Hey, Pri. Pri, how are you?
Hi, fine. One question for you.
Please.
In Dublin, are you the teacher in the university or school?
No, I teach in a English language school. So it's an English language institute.
Okay.
But I'm actually not in Dublin at the moment. I'm actually in Uruguay at the moment.
But your holidays?
Well, it's not holidays at the moment. It started as a holiday because I planned to spend a few weeks traveling in South America before going back to Dublin. But now that's all changed because it looks like I will not be able to return to Dublin for a while. So I'm now in Uruguay and I'm actually working here in Uruguay, and I'm teaching here online for Vaga-Mundo, and I'm doing a few other online classes as well. But ordinarily, yes, I'm based in Dublin. I mean, I'm based in Dublin. I left Dublin in January because I went to Bolivia to teach in Bolivia. So I was teaching in Bolivia for about 4 or 5 weeks. And then that teaching finished, and then I went traveling. So I've been traveling around South America for about 6 weeks or 7 weeks. And then when I arrived in Uruguay about 10 days ago, and when I arrived in Uruguay was right around the same time that coronavirus hit in Uruguay.
Okay. Will I go to Argentina?
Will I go to Argentina?
Yes.
Well, I was in Argentina. I was in Buenos Aires.
Okay.
I was in Buenos Aires, and then I left Buenos Aires, and I took the ferry to Colonia, in Uruguay, and then like 2 days later, the Argentinian government closed the border. So I mean, it closed the border to foreigner, like Argentinian citizens can still get into Argentina, but I cannot, because my plan was to go back to Argentina. I was actually hoping to,
Argentina is most beautiful with Uruguay.
Sorry, you're saying Argentina is more beautiful than Uruguay?
Yes.
More beautiful than Uruguay.
Yes.
When you're making a comparative, okay, I'll explain about that in a sec. Okay, fine. So yeah, fine. Okay, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to get into a which is better, Uruguay or Argentina discussion, because I'll no matter what I say, somebody will be angry with me. If I say Uruguay is beautiful, Argentinians will be upset. If I say Argentina is amazing, Uruguayans will be upset. So I'm not going to get involved in that. And to be honest, I was only in Argentina. I was only in Buenos Aires. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to go anywhere else because, unfortunately, my travel has been cut short. Because my plan was to stay in Uruguay for about a week or a week and a half, and then return to Argentina, and then go to Brazil. but obviously that's
Uh-huh.
not happening right now. So for the
It's quiet.
for the foreseeable future, for the next few weeks, certainly, I'm going to be in Montevideo.
Okay.
But I will get
And
back to Argentina at some point, I'm sure. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will at some point. Okay, but actually, but you raised while you're here, and you mentioned that point. You did raise an interesting point. So while you're here, talking about a comparative.
superlative.
Okay, so basically, so when you want to do a basic comparative between two things, okay? So bigger,
Okay.
smaller, taller, shorter, whatever, colder, warmer. The way that you do it, it's basically, it's the adjective, right? And then you add ER, and then you use than, whatever, okay? And that's basically it. So John is taller than Tom. Mary is shorter.
One and one.
I'm sorry?
Comparative, comparative, one and one.
You're comparing two things.
Two things.
It's when you want
Okay,
to
okay.
compare two things. So
Okay.
two people or two things. Okay?
Okay.
So it's only for two. So Mary is
Okay.
shorter than, okay. Buenos Aires is bigger than Montevideo, right? Okay?
Okay.
So it's just for two things. Okay, does that make sense? And so basically that's the structure, right? It's just the adjective and you simply add ER, okay? Now there's a couple of spelling rules. So for example, so you've got tall, okay, plus ER. If you've got big, like so for example, like it ends in G. So when you want to make a comparative, you put 2G, so BIGGER. But essentially, the rule is it's for adjectives with one syllable. Okay?
Okay.
So, tall, short. So tall, short, big. Okay? So it's for adjectives that only have one syllable. Okay, so you've got like tall, short, big, rich, poor, blah 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 blah. Now, if it's for two syllables, like happy, okay, that just becomes happier. Okay, so you have to change the spelling, but it's still just ER. Okay, right?
Okay.
It's still just ER. Okay, so basically, if you have an adjective, so pretty, prettier. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have an adjective with one syllable or two syllables, and you want to make a comparison between this thing and something else, like between comparing two things, you have to add, you simply add ER at the bottom or at the end. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, but if you've got an adjective with three syllables, okay, or four syllables, the rule is different. So for example,
beautiful.
Exactly. And that's why, okay, so when you say, if you say something is beautiful and then you want to compare like Argentina to Uruguay or Buenos Aires to Montevideo or John to Tom or blah, blah to blah, blah. When you're comparing those two things, because it's got 3 syllables or maybe 4 syllables, it's, if I just did, like if I did that, that's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. Because that is really stupid to say. Because I'm saying Buenos Aires is beautifuler than Montevideo. It doesn't make any sense. We don't say that in English. So when you have 3 syllables or 4 syllables, it's more beautiful, more expensive, more intelligent. Okay? So basically, you know, so Buenos Aires is more beautiful than Rosario, right? For example, right? So you're simply comparing two things, but because you have 3 syllables or 4 syllables, you have to use more, okay? Now, if you want to compare two things, you can say, so more beautiful, more expensive, more intelligent, or less beautiful. Less beautiful, less intelligent, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So more, less. Does that make sense? So for example, if I say to you, okay, fine. Ireland is more expensive than Argentina, right?
Right.
That's the same as.
Yes. Change. Claro.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So
yes.
Now, all of that, happier, bigger, taller, shorter, smaller, richer, poorer, more expensive, more beautiful, more intelligent, less expensive, less beautiful, less. Yes. All of that, you're still only comparing two things. Okay? John
okay.
and Tom, Buenos Aires and Montevideo, Argentina and Uruguay, blah, blah, and blah, blah. You're only comparing two things. If you want to compare 3 things, or 4 things, or 5 things, or 20 things, that's when we talk about, so you've got tall, taller, tallest. Okay? So, okay, so
okay.
Okay, so if you look at that, so can you tell me, Pri, can you give me a comparison between Tom and John?
John is taller than Tom.
Right, so John is taller than Tom. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me a comparison between James and John?
James is taller than John.
Exactly. So John is taller than John. John is taller than Tom. James is taller than John. In fact, James is taller than John and Tom, right? So
Yes.
James is taller than John, but James is also taller than Tom. So James is taller than John and Tom, right? Make sense?
Yes.
Which is, okay. Or of course, I could say to you, I could say something like, so I can say, same thing. So I can say that Tom is smaller than John. John is smaller than James. I can say that Tom is smaller than John and James, blah, 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 blah. So it doesn't make a difference if you're talking about the taller person or the shorter person or the bigger thing or the smaller thing or the more expensive or the less expensive. You're still just comparing the two things. When you want to talk about the superlative, when you want to talk about the superlative, it's the smallest, okay? So, or likewise, so Tom is smaller than John. Tom is smaller than John and James. Tom is the smallest. We don't say smallest, we say Tom is the smallest. And likewise, James is the tallest. Does that make sense? Because James is taller than John. James is taller than John and Tom, so James is the tallest, and Tom is the smallest. Does that make sense? Yes? Good? Yes? Good. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. So this is the beginner class. So it's a little bit different. So for those of you, I know a couple of you were in the other class, which was higher, blah, 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 blah. So this is the beginner class. So we're going to go much, much slower. We're going to talk much, much slower. Okay. So we have Pri and Noelia.
Yes.
Hi, how are you? Okay, so we have 4 people. So Noelia, how are you today?
Hi. Good. Now I have sick.
Oh, you are sick.
Yes, I have sick.
Oh no.
Yes, I have the pain in the throat sore.
Oh dear.
Throat sore. I didn't go out from 13 Thursday, maybe 10 days ago.
Okay.
It's okay. It's from
carry on
Thursday.
talking. Keep on talking. Don't worry, just keep on talking. We'll talk about the English afterwards. Just keep on talking.
Okay, okay. And now I take antibiotic for this infection, and I'm fine, but I don't go out, or I don't can go out. What is the? I don't know.
You can't go out. You're
Yes.
not allowed to go out.
No.
You have to stay inside.
When I finish the antibiotic.
Okay.
In
So how long? How many days will you be on the antibiotic?
7 days.
7 days.
I take before this antibiotic, I take another antibiotics, but the milligrams was more or less for my body.
Okay. Okay. And how do you
And
how do you
now I
feel?
take another more strong.
And how do you feel? How are you feeling? Are you sick?
No, it's when I start it's in English pharyngitis. Is the same?
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
Pharyngitis?
Para.
No. It's the right.
Nail, Nail, he don't
It's
speak in Castellano.
infection in the throat.
So you had a sore throat.
Yes. What is the name? It's not pharyngitis or pharyngoamygdalitis.
Do you mean laryngitis?
Hmm?
Yes, laryngitis.
Laryngitis.
Yes, it's same.
Yeah,
It's
laryngitis.
more here.
Yeah, okay. So you had a sore throat.
Yes.
Okay.
And I have fever. I have a very, very painful. I don't take water. It's too much.
Okay.
And
So,
now I am okay. It's only pain in one side in the throat.
Right.
What is it? Throat. And I need time. Wait for the.
Okay, now, do you think, Noelia, do you have coronavirus?
No.
Because
Just a cold.
No. When I start, I had more scare for if I have the coronavirus.
Right.
But when I speak with the doctor online, but I didn't go to the hospital.
Okay.
For have a lot of people with sick.
Okay.
And when I have the attention or appointment web for online.
Right.
When I told my symptoms, no for the first symptoms is not the coronavirus. It's only here. No, I no have cough, no have the in my chest. Okay, and the next day is I have only 1 day fever, and the next day better. No.
Right.
But this time is normal for the allergic, for the people when have allergic in the screen.
Oh, because it's springtime.
Yes, I am
right. So
very allergic.
Right. So do you have like hay fever? Like do you get like reaction to pollen?
Yes, for the flowers, for the
from the flowers. Yes. So you have allergies. You have allergies.
And
you have allergies. Noella, your microphone's gone.
Okay, wait.
Okay, there you are. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay. But are you
allergy is okay?
Are you feeling okay?
Yes.
I mean, do you feel better or do you still feel sick?
No, now it's pain in this part. I don't know what is the name. In this, in Spanish it's ganglio.
Oh, it's your gland. It's gland. Gland.
Yes. Gland.
Gland. G-L-A-N-D. Gland. 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 Yes.
Gland.
So you've got a pain in your gland.
Yes. And
okay.
Have a when it's big.
Yeah, it's what we say. So when it's big like that, what we say is.
No.
So what we say when it's big like that. is we say it's swollen. So we say something like, I have swollen glands, or my glands are swollen. Swollen means big. Okay? Swollen means big. So when you have a sore throat or when you have a cold, your glands in your throat, they get big, they get swollen.
No,
okay?
This is for the infection, no? When
Yes, exactly. It's because they're infected.
Infection.
Yes, it's because they're infected. So it's very common when you have a really bad cold or when you have the flu that your glands get swollen.
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 Just like that. Swollen.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. Swollen.
But it's not the good moment, no? For
no, it's not a good time. No, it's not a good time. And I'm sure it's not a good time.
Are you staying in Dublin right now?
Yes, I am in Dublin. Yes.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's okay. The first time, no feel very good. No feel well. I don't feel well because it's not the good time for have different sick. No, for need the doctor or for.
I know, because obviously everyone is focusing on coronavirus, and you have like the flu or something like you have like a common cold, or you have a cold, or you have a bad cold, or you've got allergies, or you've got something basic, and no one cares about you at this moment. Yes, okay, I understand. I understand completely. Griselda, can you hear us? Your microphone is off. So Griselda, if you want, you can chat. So if you can't talk, Griselda, you can chat on the chat, okay? I hope that you can hear. I don't know, for some reason, Griselda, your microphone is off and your camera is off. We can't see you. I have no idea if Griselda can hear us. Anyway, okay. Right, so, sorry, Pri, you were saying about, okay, so obviously you're trying to convince me to go to Argentina. So why should I go to Argentina?
Because the different places, for such as the river and the south of Argentina is very beautiful.
The south.
The south, sorry.
Is that like Patagonia?
Yes. No. There is the mountains and lakes, the very, very beautiful lakes.
Yeah.
And Rosario is the very good city.
Right.
Because the river is the most beautiful. The food is the typical dishes is very good.
Okay.
I'm finished.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fine. Okay, that's fine. That's grand. You don't stop saying sorry. Okay. So when you say the typical dishes are very good, can you give me an example of what a typical dish is?
Empanadas.
Oh, empanadas. Okay, fine. Empanadas.
And asado.
Asado. Okay. And are empanadas?
You are vegetarian or not?
Am I vegetarian?
Yes.
No. Are empanadas in Argentina, are they better than empanadas in Uruguay?
Yes.
No, it's the same.
They're the same. Okay.
It's not In Argentina it's better, in Uruguay it's better. No, it's the same. It's the same
the same.
culture. It's culture.
Mm-hmm.
It's the
No, where
same,
are you
but
from? Uruguay.
I am from Uruguay.
Okay.
Yeah, I live here in Dublin now.
So Noella, where are you from in Uruguay?
Montevideo.
Oh, you're from
The
Montevideo.
city.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I'm in
center.
Montevideo.
What?
At the moment. I'm in Montevideo.
You in Montevideo? Oh.
Yes, I'm in Montevideo. I'll show you. By the
beautiful
way, I have no
city.
idea where I am in Montevideo. I just know that I'm in
What's
Montevideo.
the neighbor? What neighbor?
I don't know. I have to ask my friend because I'm staying in my friend's apartment. I have no idea. All I know is that I'm near the sea. Okay.
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 You can look the sea from there.
Yeah. Well, it's there.
Maybe right? Ciudad Vieja
Over
or
there.
Palermo.
Ah, okay. Yes, I see. Yes.
Oh, good apartment.
So I can walk to the sea in 15 minutes. But I have no idea of the name of the area. All I know is it's close to the city center. And all I know is it's very nice and it's very warm. Okay.
Yes, now it's very warm in Montevideo. It's very you like the city? Very quiet.
Well, right now it's very quiet, yes. and my friends tell me that, of course, you know, usually it's usually it would not be so quiet, but right now it's extremely quiet. So I don't know why.
And you stay with your family?
I'm sorry, are you asking me or are you asking Noelia?
No, you're asking you. Niall.
Oh, my family. My family are in Dublin.
Uh-huh.
You're in Dublin? Yeah, I am in Dublin. You're in Montevideo?
Yes, I'm in Montevideo.
I am in Dublin.
So Noelia, you'll have to give me like recommendations of foods to eat in Montevideo. But I don't know where to go. I mean, because I
recommend you go out.
Well, I know. I can't go out.
No, you can cook. You can cook.
Well, it's very odd because I don't know how things are in Argentina. I know how things are in Dublin, but here in Montevideo, lots of things are still open. Like Noelia, you know, in Montevideo, there's the big famous market on Sunday. There's the feria on Sunday. It's quite big.
In the big?
Yeah, it's in the city center.
Is a place with roof, or is it on the street?
No, it's on the street. On the street.
Yes, have a different neighbors, have different days, have the feria.
There's
on
one
the street. Depend of your neighbor.
Yeah.
When is the feria? Yes.
Well,
now,
and I think it's quite famous. It's near the old city.
Yes, it's a Tristan Narvaja.
Okay, fine.
It's I went there. City center.
Yes, city center.
It's close the university, the big university.
Yes.
Very important.
Well, anyway, the point is, I went there a week ago, but then after I went, the government said, "Oh, we have to stop, we have to close, blah 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 blah." But yesterday, apparently, it was still going on, and there were many people. So here in Montevideo, even though things are very quiet, lots of people are still going out, and bars are still open, and restaurants are still open. So it's very strange.
Yes, it's because now in Uruguay have the new government.
Right.
And it's a new politics. It's a right politics.
So it's a right-wing government. It's a conservative government.
Yes, very. And the problem is this government is have the preference or have the benefits when you want you like this side and not this side. The government is like the companies, like the people rich, is the not the poor people, and they want benefits. Or when you want
yes, benefits
to these people, not the poor people, and the
okay.
the restaurants, the companies, the people go to work.
Okay.
Is this a problem? Is the government?
So Noelia, how long have you been in Dublin?
I have it had been I have been May 10 months.
Oh, okay, so 10 months.
Okay.
Okay.
10 months in Dublin.
Where are you living
Right.
in Dublin?
In Marion Square.
Oh, Marion Square.
Marion Square area.
Oh, oy, qué rico. So
And my house is very old.
Square is very quico, very posh.
Yes. What is the name in posh? ¿Cómo que? Posh.
Yes, very posh. Very
But
posh.
if you look my house, you don't see this.
Okay.
Because
So
it's so old.
which on Marion Square, which side are you on? Are you near
corner park? The park. It's in front to the maternity hospital.
Ah, yes. Okay, very nice.
The building so old.
Yes, it's very nice.
Very
It's
bad.
very nice.
It's nice place, nice area, nice. It's close city center, but
So,
the house.
Does your window like
I show you the windows. Look the windows.
Yes.
Very old windows.
Very old window.
It's very old. The kitchen is
very old window. It's a very old building.
Yes, maybe it's the first building in this street.
Yeah,
so many people
live
here.
Five.
Those buildings are more than 200 years old.
Yes, maybe this building is
very old.
It's very old. Okay. So obviously, of course, right now in Dublin, things are very quiet. Is it very strange?
Not too much. The people go out, go to the shops, but it's not the government. No say the general emergency. No say stop the people inside the house. No, I don't know what is the word.
It's what they call a curfew. So if you have to stay at home, like if the government says you have to stay in your house,
yes.
When that happens, that is what they call the word for that is curfew.
Curfew.
What you say is curfew.
What is the meaning of curfew?
So the meaning of a curfew is when the government says you must stay at home. You are not allowed go outside.
Okay,
so
right.
I know in lots of countries now, because of the crisis, lots of countries, people are not allowed out of their house, or they're not allowed out of their house at nighttime or whatever. That's what they call a curfew.
Okay, thank you.
So for example, there is a curfew at the moment in Spain.
In Argentina, it's the same.
It's the same in Argentina?
Yes.
Okay, so if you...
Until 30th of March.
Until the 30th of March. So if
Yes.
you want to leave your house, if you want to leave your house, are you not allowed?
What is allowed?
Yes.
Are you able to leave your house, or do the police stop you?
Oh, you have problems.
Yes. Yes, in Argentina is the policeman is in the street.
Right.
Yes.
And so if you leave your house, will the policeman say, go back inside?
You can salir.
You can go out?
Go out only for the supermarket or
Right,
pharmacy.
Right. So that's kind of a curfew. That's basically
Yes.
a curfew. So
Yes.
essentially, a curfew is when the government or the city basically tells people you must stay in. And
Yes.
if you are on the street, like if you are outside, you have to say why. Like it has to be like an emergency, or you need food, or you
Yes.
need medicine. And if
And
you don't need food, if you don't need medicine, if it's not an emergency, you have to go home.
yes. The job is the working in house.
Yeah, you're working at home.
Yes, everyone.
Yes.
And the
So
shopping, shops, everything is closed.
Yes.
It's only supermarket and pharmacy, no hospital.
Yes.
No more.
Yeah.
Hospital is open, obviously.
Yeah.
And
But in Ireland, in Dublin, the different clinics, with the small clinic, no hospital, is closed.
Yeah, they're closed.
Oh.
Yes, yes. No have appointment for the people. When I started, I went for my GP, normal.
Yes.
When I went, the secretary, she leave me. You no have a doctor here. You gone. If you have any problem, you go to the hospital.
Right.
Oh.
No, yes, it's for the doctor help yourself. For the people go with sick or with this virus, if you need the doctors, if the doctor take sick, is get sick or take sick?
You get sick.
Get sick is the problem, no?
Mm. So at the moment, Noelia, in Dublin, when you go out, like, are people wearing masks?
No, it's maybe same people have mask, but when you look the mask, you think this is have sick, and I take distance, no?
Right, of course.
And I didn't go out when I start with this. I for care myself and another people. Maybe if another people have sick and I have something I can transmission. No, when you, what is the word? When you pass the sick another person.
Oh, you infect.
Yes, I can infect another person, and another person infect me. No. No, I wash my hands. I am here alone, and I wash my hands for maybe in any for what is it saying all the time.
So
I wash my hands, and I wash the surface, the everything.
So you live alone?
No, I live with four
people.
girls.
Okay.
More me, no, 4 and me, 5 in total.
Yes.
But
So where are the other 4 people? Where are they today?
in her room,
Oh, they're in their room. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
but no in the kitchen. No, it's not the normal. We stay everybody in the same place.
Okay. So you're all keeping your distance from each other.
Yes.
Good. Good.
Yes.
So during all of this time then, when you're keeping your distance from each other, what are you doing? Are you reading? Are you watching Netflix? Are you listening to music? Are you talking to your friends? Like, what are you actually doing to make life interesting?
Now I try look the different English class.
Yeah.
Have a lot of English class free for the in Dublin for the schools. No,
Yeah.
it's close and bring the class free for you too.
Yeah.
And I try take this class
Right.
and I try listen the videos for the people spoke of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
Do you practice any
try-
exercise?
I try
Or any sport?
meditation too.
Ah,
It's difficult.
okay.
Meditation in groups or alone, and for me now it's important feel relaxed and quiet,
Calm.
and I try things in what happen in the future now. What this moment is the crisis on the world,
Yes.
and for me it's important that the everybody can think what thing we need to change. No, we need to change the how you do you live, or what things do you do you do you do you do on in your life, no? For example, the contamination, the what food you sell, you eat. I don't know.
One of the things that you can do because one of the things that you can do, because I know, I mean, obviously everybody is in their house and everybody, like we have, are you okay? So we have,
Yes.
we have a thing, we have an expression in English. We have 2 expressions and they mean the same thing. So one of them is, and it's this, everyone is talking about this at the moment, and it's what they call it's what they call cabin fever. Okay, so you know the way, Noella, you said you had a fever, like you were hot, right? So cabin fever is when you are in your house. Cabin fever is when you are in your house and you are stuck in your house and you cannot leave your house and you're going loco. That's cabin fever. And the other way that we say that is what they call stir crazy. So stir crazy and cabin fever are the same thing. And it's this idea that you're stuck at home and you're going, you know, you're getting cabin fever. So we say things like, I'm getting, because you get cabin fever, okay? Or, and then we say, I'm going stir crazy. So you get cabin fever or you go stir crazy. And now both of those, of course, are very casual, but they both mean the same thing. And it's both about the idea that, you know, here I am, I'm in Montevideo, I'm on holiday, but I have not seen anything from Montevideo because I am stuck in my apartment. So I cannot enjoy the city, and I'm going stir crazy, right? I'm getting cabin fever. So it's very common. So that's why you're seeing all of these things on the internet with people sharing music, sharing lessons, and you know, like you know, if you like classical music, lots of places are streaming for free, like classical concerts and operas. And of course, also, you know, we have these English classes that you can do for free. And Vaga-Mundo is also doing like yoga classes and meditation classes and music lessons and singing lessons.
And cooking classes.
And cooking classes, yes, there's all kinds of things. So, and that's all because obviously everyone knows that this is a very strange time. I was joking with my friend yesterday because usually when I live in Dublin, when I'm living in Dublin, I go to work and I teach and then I go home. And usually when I go home, I never leave my apartment and I simply sit and I listen to music and I stay in all weekend and I only leave my house to go to the supermarket or to go for a walk. So I don't really enjoy going out. I like to stay in, but now because I must stay in, I'm going stir crazy. And I'm getting cabin fever. So that's why
you don't go to the pubs in Dublin?
I don't really like pubs. I mean, I go to I go, of course I go, but I don't really enjoy going to pubs very often.
Okay.
I mean, it depends. Noelia, what pubs do you usually go to in Dublin? Please don't say Dicey's.
No Dicey's, no.
Okay,
I like Porterhouse.
Ah, the Porterhouse. Okay, good, nice.
The Porterhouse.
Do you like the music there, or is it the beer?
Yes, I like the band. The band is playing music on the night. It's nice. And it's big pub, and it's not so busy.
Good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's a nice pub. So Pri, if you ever get to Dublin, the Porterhouse is a nice pub to go to.
And another pub is Berlin.
Ah, Berlin. Berlin's a great place.
Nice. Yes, nice.
Great. Okay, right. I'm going to interrupt you just for 2 seconds because we only have a couple of minutes because when the hour is up, the class is going to suddenly end, okay? Because there's another class about to begin. So, a couple of things. Okay, so it's not I have sick, okay?
Okay.
It's not I have sick. It's I
am.
So
I am sick.
Or I am ill, okay?
Okay.
So when you want to say for illness, you can say I have a cold, okay? Or I have a flu, or I have a fever, okay? So when you say have, it's for specific things, but in general, you say I am sick, okay?
Okay.
So you can say I am sick. You can also say I feel sick, okay? Like you're feeling.
Okay.
I feel sick or I am sick. I have a cold. I have a fever. So Noelia, you would say, for example, I have a sore throat. Your throat. Okay? Or I have
okay, if it's specific, is I have. Is
yeah, it's no. I have.
And if general is I am.
I am sick.
Okay.
I am sick. I am ill. Like, okay. So for example, so you go to the Porterhouse, right? Or Berlin, right?
Okay.
And you drink lots of beer, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next day, Okay, so if you drink too much, the
Hungover.
next day I am hungover.
Oh,
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, the other thing is you said, the other thing is you said, now, sorry, this
Yeah.
class is about to end in 2 seconds, okay? So
Okay.
what I will do is I'm going to open my own personal Zoom for 10 minutes, okay?
okay.
And I will send a link to Vaga-Mundo. So Vaga-Mundo will send you guys the link and you can come to my personal Zoom and we'll carry on speaking for 10 more minutes, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. And if you can't come, like if you're busy, then tomorrow we'll keep on talking about this tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna stop the class now. So
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Okay.